Sorry, the usual ridiculous setup portion of every time. Okay. I feel like I should probably move this back or maybe erase it. So YouTube is still doing that thing where it doesn't refresh itself. This is just like a permanent thing now. Okay, try to raise this up. Sorry, no, the lighting is not great. Hey, Wisteria. Sorry, we always go through this, don't we? Every time. Someday I'm gonna find the ideal setup for these streams. If we do them vertically, I should say. Like, obviously, if I was doing it through desktop, I would just be going through OBS Studio, but we do things the stubborn, stupid way around here. Let's see, it's a little bit better. Hey, Grey Dragons. Hi, that one Babe Ruth fan. Hi, Kate the Artist. Hi, Bob the Vilp. Hi, Cassie. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Sorry for the weird angles as usual. I think maybe if I move this a little bit more this way. Hold on. Let me refresh this. Oh, I need to switch the chat mode too. 1 second. Really have a lot of space, but it's okay. We can make it work. We always get it to work one way or another, right? Hi, Dan, the breaking news man. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Just usually trying to, as usual, trying to get the angles to look somewhat okay here. Although I've been learning that it's actually a good thing if the phone kind of blocks my face a little, because you know we have that issue with the focusing problem, where I think like because phones are trained to focus on faces, it'll like blur the art. So by having like something kind of blocking my face, it actually like helps this to focus on the art. I know during the last art live stream that we did, I got like so frustrated with it that I started like going like this. Like I was like doing this just so that the like camera would actually properly focus. So hopefully it won't come to that today, but we shall see. Because yeah, this thing can be super annoying. This angle sucks too. I wish I could like, do I have a way to stack it higher maybe? Although if I stack it too high, then I'm gonna have a hard time drawing. I'm not good at doing like easel stuff. You know, like people who do like vertical art. I think, this is embarrassing, but actually I think my arm muscles are too weak for it. I like can't hold my arms up that long. Hey, Andrew. Welcome, welcome. Let me, you know what? I keep like changing my mind about this. I'm actually gonna lower this again. I usually have this thing at like one particular height, and I changed it because I was filming. I don't know if any of you have seen it yet, but there's a new art shorts video on the channel, and I was using this exact same tripod to film it. And I like completely readjusted everything, so now the settings are kind of weird. Settings, like as if this is a piece of technology. It's a piece of plastic. Hi, Robert. Welcome, welcome. Something like that. But yeah, the shorts video was because, like I said, some of you might have already seen. I have no idea like what the views are like on it, but I did finish the second page of my like Deltarune mini doodles finally. I ended up finishing up with Susie. The only reason why it took me so long to draw Susie is because I find her extremely difficult to draw. I felt kind of bad, like I really wanted to draw her, and I'm sure people were starting to wonder, like, really, like, you drew Birdly before Susie even? But I don't know. I've drawn Susie a few times, and every time I'm like, oh my god, I suck at this so much. So I kept putting it off, and then finally when I got to this last panel, I was like, look, we've already got Chris and Rosley, like, you have to draw Susie. So yeah, we have 2 pages in total now. Prop this up here. Sorry, no, again, the angle really sucks. Maybe I can like raise up this thing just for like this part here. Those are nice, thank you, Robert. Sorry, no, it's still kind of not the best, but at least you can like sort of see it, right? There we go. Ish. So yeah, there's 18 of them in total now. You got the full set. This was the first page that I did. So yeah, I shared a shorts video today showing off this one, and like this one too, just like for those who hadn't seen the other video. But yeah, we've got 18 in total now. I'm probably gonna cut these up eventually. I do have like one more convention this year, so I was thinking about cutting these up and having them as like trading cards, you know, in the artist alley, that like people can like purchase if they want. The only thing is like now I'm like stuck in that debate though of like what do I do next? I know I said I was like not gonna do another Deltarune page because like originally the plan was to just draw anything. Like it did not matter what fandom it was. It could be anything. It could even be like originals. It was just whatever. But then I started drawing Deltarune characters and I just kind of kept going. And then after the first page, I was like, okay, that's enough. Like switch to a different fandom on the next page. But I was having so much fun drawing the Deltarune characters that I just like kept going again. And now I'm like kind of torn because I know like obviously I want to start a third page. Like I was doing these for practice, you know, like that was sort of the whole point was to draw every day. So yeah, like I want to like immediately start another page, but I'm like, I don't know. I was having so much fun with the Deltarune ones that part of me is like, maybe I could do a third page, but then I'm like, oh my god, people must be so sick of it. Like, especially like, if you follow me on like Instagram or TikTok, I share these as like daily stories. So people are probably just like, oh my god, like, could you please do something else? Which understandable. I don't know. I'm torn. Look amazing. Thank you, Kate. Rearrange them into a poster. Yeah, that's true, because let's see, there's 7 flowers. So I'm trying to think of like what would be the best way to arrange it. Obviously, like if you had like flowery in the middle and then yeah, you could kind of like do like a I'm sure there's a way to do it that would look nice with the flowers, definitely. I would just have to like kind of work on it a little. Hey Jared. Hey, my mom's here. Hi mom. I thought you said you weren't able to make it right away today. Hello, hello. You like got here like before we didn't even hit the 10-minute mark. So be nice, y'all. My mom is watching. So yeah, so that's where we're at now. So if anyone wants to check out the shorts video for that, yeah, that is on the channel. I have a feeling it's not going to do like that well because like longer videos are usually like a death sentence for me on social media, and I think the video is like 40 seconds or something, which I'm sure doesn't sound very long, but in like, you know, shorts and reels and TikTok terms, it's might as well be like a year in length. So yeah, but we'll see. So anyway, this of course was the main reason that we're doing the stream today. Actually, I wonder if I can like leave these out at least, like just kind of like chilling over here or something. 'Cause I feel like the keyboard and everything's kind of like ugly. I don't know. I can still see the chat when I have it like this. I don't know. But yeah, the weird root art over here, I kind of had not touched it in a while, because I kind of started like losing confidence in it. I was like, oh my god, I can't do this, I suck. But I'm not a quitter. So I want to come back to this and to finish it, obviously. Okay, let's rearrange this again just a little bit. I like moved it for the mini doodles, and now it's like, okay, we'll figure it out. It's fine. Hi, Foxa. Hi, Pink. Oh, hey, Pink, I drew you. Look, right here. Sorry, no, the focusing on the camera is just terrible. This was actually the first one that I did, was Pink. Hey, Dolly Shoe, you made it. No, you're not late at all. We literally just started, like barely 10 minutes ago. Still working on the Mango cosplay box one. It's all good. I know a lot of times people like they just work on stuff while I'm doing these live streams, and like that's what I do when I watch live streams. I'm like always working on something. Hi, Lynn Thomas. So yeah, so this is like where I left off on the weird root art. I think during the last live stream of this, which would have been about 3 weeks ago, um, I think like we just worked on like Noelle's hair and stuff. So I started up on like her clothing and everything after that. I also finally finished all this. This, all the chains and everything was not done during the last like weird root art stream that we did. I did finally finish all of those. It sucked. It was not fun. But yeah, like I got started on Noelle. I don't feel like her hair is done. I don't know though. I'm kind of like hesitating because sometimes I have like a tendency to do too much and then I ruin everything. So I don't know. We'll see. I also, you might have noticed, I got rid of her face. I don't know how else to put it. Because she originally she had facial features in the sketch that I started with. Like if you go back to the earlier live streams, you can see it. I think even just in the thumbnails you can see it, like the YouTube video thumbnails. And I think I ran into the exact same issue that it appears Toby Fox had, because if you look at the unused sprites from this scene in the game, she did actually have sort of a face. She had like just like giant crazy eyes and a mouth, like a smile. And I think at the last second, Toby realized it was kind of like killing the vibes a little bit, you know? Like it was taking it from like scary to like kind of goofy. And was also, at least for me, the feeling I got was the balance between her face and Chris, who kind of like never, like you never see their eyes, like their face is like in shadow. I just didn't like the how like out of balance it seemed. You know, like her having a face and Chris not having one. So I don't know. I really like held off on it because I didn't like the idea of like, because I spent a really long time actually watercoloring her face. I didn't do it on like during a live stream. I did it on my own. And it looked fine. Like it was okay, but yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't get past it. Like I think I went through the same stage as Toby did, where I was like, I think it's taking this from like scary and somber to just like kind of silly looking and definitely like killing the balance here. So yeah, it was kind of a bold decision, but essentially I shadowed her face out, and I don't think I regret it. I think that was the right call. It's not perfect yet. I think it's still, I don't know. There's some like weird undercolor still showing that I might need to get rid of, but I think it was the right call. It just, you know, it feels weird for me to do an illustration where like people don't have faces. Like I feel like that's not my typical style. Like I'm always drawing like portraits and things, but I don't know. This, let's face it, this is just a really like design heavy illustration. It's just none of it is like in my typical style. Like especially the fact that there's no like inked contour lines or anything. So whatever. I'm considering this an experiment. But that's also why I'm like, you know, let's face it, if it doesn't work out, if it turns out this sucks and it's not salvageable, I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess, but we shall see. But yeah, I don't know if it's like gonna be salvageable or not, because I still feel pretty iffy about it. Like even this arm here, I'm like, I don't know. It's okay. It's kind of weird looking, I think. So I don't know. But we're gonna like at least continue with it today. I figure we can like do some work on Noelle's clothes. Maybe we can finally do Chris's pants. There's like no reason I haven't done the pants yet. They've just been sitting there. So yeah, we'll continue with that. Like I said, I do think Noelle's hair, I don't really feel like it's done, but I'm kind of just like afraid to touch it too much right now. I think I'd almost rather see how it looks with some kind of background first, and then we can like make a decision about it. I don't know. Of course, doesn't have a face, that nobody will, exactly. Practice is practice. Yeah, that's what I keep trying to tell myself. I'm like, look, at the end of the day, the most important thing is just try to work on it, you know? Like, if it sucks, oh well, but it's better than nothing. Hi, Mr. Oswald. Wow, thank you. So yeah, let's get to work on this. I have a feeling it's gonna be a pretty chill stream today. My art live streams are always kind of like, you know, very, 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 very low on views. And I feel like, you know, views on this channel in general are pretty like, so it's definitely gonna be a chill one, but hopefully that means I'll like get some work done. I know sometimes I don't get a lot of work done because I get too chatty. But yeah, we'll get to work on this and we'll see how long I'll be live. I never have like a goal with these, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a let's go live and see what happens as far as like progress goes kind of thing. But yeah, usually I'm live for like 2, maximum 3 hours with these. Sorry, I'm checking the colors that I've got here. Because yeah, the main tools that I use, for those who don't know, I like to use these Chromatech watercolor brush pens. This is like my main tool for all of the colors, actually. And so a lot of times like, I have to like go through the, like, you can see like behind this, right? Like the test pages. That's what that is me, like, because they work just like watercolors. So I have to like blend them and check the colors and just, you know, see how it all works out. So yeah, I guess if we're gonna work on Noelle's, let's see, I kind of want to get her sweater vest sorted out. So we're gonna need like reds and greens, of course, because she's the Christmas girl. But this is where things are tricky. Like all of this is done in like sunset colors, right? This whole scene, the lake at sunset. Very cute, nice drawing, thank you. Oh, thank you, Amethyst. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I do feel like the sunset colors kind of mess with everything. I don't know. And like we also have the issue of like the light should be at the bottom here. Because of course if we're going to be doing like the weird root scene, then there should kind of be that effect, right, of like a glow coming from beneath them. So I don't know. It's a little tricky. It's like a sunset would have the light sort of like both behind them, and then like clipping out of the game would be like below them. I don't know. I really, really suck at this kind of thing, like watercoloring, coloring in general. It's not a skill of mine, but that's why we're practicing. So I'm gonna set these colors over here, and then yeah, I do think like we need to grab some more reds and greens. Yeah, and actually I'm gonna pull up a reference of Noelle's sweater. I don't really care if it's like that accurate as far as like where the square colors go, but like we can at least make an attempt, right? Hi, Dr. Calamari. It could be a never could be Jamie's live again. Yeah, but you know, if you let the Tenna fight go for too long, then Tenna does confess that sometimes he is actually Glooby. I know, the betrayal. Just kidding. So, okay, let me grab some colors here. Let's see. I feel like even though the vest is like red and green, I think we're going to need a lot of like oranges and yellows too, to kind of like round it all out, you know? let's like start with the red. I'm gonna pull up a pic of Noelle really, really quick. Even if it's just like her sprite art or something. I want to say her sweater's like 3 squares down. Yeah. Okay, so it's like green up here. Although I kind of already covered that, right? In that area. I guess we can like continue it here, have like red there. Actually, that might be kind of cool because it would be like where the heart soul would be. And then yeah, like green, red, green, red. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna like leave this in a tab over here just so I can like not forget. Don't forget. Okay. Let me just, I'm gonna open it in a separate window so I can still see the chat, obviously. Okay, there we go. But if it's anything like how the rest of this has been going, like I always, because this is like so heavy on the shadows and the sunset colors and the contrasts, there's a good chance like we're gonna put down a bunch of reds and greens, and then I'm gonna realize that I have to sort of undo them, kind of like I did with her face. But, you know, we have to start somewhere. So yeah, let me get out. I said I was gonna start with red, but actually now I'm having second thoughts. Let me get the greens. Because I don't feel like this is even done. It looks kind of weird. It's like not shadowed, right? I don't know. Yeah, okay, let me grab some greens. Let's see here. They're probably gonna be like the same ones I used with Chris. More or less. What's this? Yellow green? All right, what do we got here? Yeah, I think these are the same ones I used up here. So we've got the bottle green. This one's like really intense. It's way darker than you expect it to be. Regular green. Emerald? I don't know what the difference is. I think the emerald's a little bit lighter. Grass green and then yellow green. See how it makes like a gradient? I think that's like a good start. And I'm pretty sure this is like actually the exact 5 colors that I used up here. But like I said, I don't think it's shadowed enough. We're gonna have to like throw some blues and stuff in there. That's a cat hair. If anyone here is new to the channel, I have 2 cats and one of them is really, really fluffy. And that was definitely one of his. It was a long black hair. Okay. So yeah, let's, I'm gonna mark where the squares are. They're still visible, but I have a tendency to like lose track of things. I also need to make sure to remember this area here is actually white. She has like a white undershirt. This here is actually also white, and this was me just unfortunately going ham on it until it reached a point where you can't tell it was ever meant to be white. I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's something to keep in mind. So, okay, let's. You can see my nail sprite sitting over there. Here, let me move these out of the way so I don't like accidentally get glooby all over them. All right. So yeah, this is gonna be a green square. So this should go from dark to light theoretically. Like I feel like the light should be more here, right? Again, we have like a sunset background. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the bottle green. But I don't want it to be like too dark necessarily. And then yeah, I just work my way from dark to the lighter shades. Might not have to go like all the way in this area. We'll see. And then yeah, of course I'm like avoiding the hair strands. I hope this green is as light as I remember. Yeah, okay, the emerald. And I know it probably seems like a huge pain to go like on a square by square basis. But unfortunately, that is how these illustrations tend to work. is it's like one tiny annoying little step at a time. Just try to like blend it out. Should I move the camera closer? Is it too hard to see from there? Here, let me, well, I think I need to scooch closer actually. If I kind of like angle this a bit better, maybe. I just want to make sure y'all can like actually see what I'm doing. And I can also move this a little bit closer. And I don't care if my face is out of focus. That's not like, that part doesn't matter. This is the part I want in focus. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Like that. See if I can move the lighting a little bit more too. I really wish the lights in this room worked again. We got them working for like 2 weeks and then they immediately went back out again. I was so sad. Hi, Booby Lakes, you made it. Hello. I haven't seen you in the chat in a while. The color near the bottom going to be? Yeah, so I was wondering about that too. You actually will know exactly what I'm talking about because you will know exactly the effect that I was thinking about. So maybe you can weigh in on this. Do you think it would look cool and glitchy if I did my usual like splatter paint, you know, with like the deleter ink? My only concern is it might look too much like snow. And then some people might be like, what does Snowgrave have to do with this scene? But it could like make for an interesting like destruction of the bottom of the page, you know, like if it's done correctly. Like if it's really severe down here so that's it's completely white. And then it kind of like creeps up. It could work. I don't know. It's like something that's been on my mind. I wish I had, ugh, I don't know if I still have it. I had that one Noelle illustration where I did the splatter effect and then I dumped the illustration. I was wondering if I still had it sitting over here though so I could use it as an example, but I don't know if it's here. Hi, Spamfish. What is the peak I'm seeing? Aw, thank you. Hey, cacas are cute. Hello. Oh yeah, wait, I just realized there's 2 PFPs in the chat. That's adorable. Yeah, you think it would look good on the bottom? Yeah, because I feel like if it's done right, it could look glitchy in like a static, right? Like a TV static kind of way, maybe. I do have, here, you know what? This is a terrible example of what I'm talking about. So this is a printout of that Noelle illustration when it was just in black and white. It doesn't look great. This is not the original, but this is what I was talking about. The splatter. As you can see, I wound up using this as a scrap paper. I, I don't know if the original is still over here somewhere. Like I said, it got dumped. You know, yeah, it didn't work out. I printed this out so that I could replicate this again for the illustration that I did end up with, which I think is still over here, right? Hold on. Yeah, it's over here. Sorry, it's like a mess over here right now. Yeah, I got rid of the splatter effect because this was a case where I did the splatter effect and then I was like, oh, actually, I don't think I like it. It drowned out the like red and everything. Like it just, I don't know. It just didn't work out for once. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like if you do it to a really extreme degree where it starts totally white and kind of goes up a little, kind of creeps up, then you can get like a TV static effect. But I'm not sure. I'm not like married to the idea, obviously, but it was something I was thinking about as like kind of, I hate to put it this way, but like an easy way to get that effect at the bottom. I don't know. I mean, first we have to at least color everything, but yeah, it's been at like the back of my mind, so yeah. Yeah, I would say calm down. I told you. Oh gosh, now we're going into like rules card speak. Okay, so yeah, so we've got a green square there. And And then I guess this would also be a green square. So yeah, as long as I have these colors out, right? Like let's kind of keep going. So I'm not gonna start with the bottle green this time because that's like, we don't need it to be that dark. We're gonna go with this shade. Okay. Also, part of the way I keep track of all of this is I always have the colors lined out next to me, like in order. Because a lot of times, like, I'm trying to move quickly. Like, this stuff can dry really fast, which kind of like kills the blending of it. And so I want to be able to grab stuff without even like looking at it. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's right next to me, like already in order. So I don't have to think, I just grab and go. Now, does that mean that I have occasionally grabbed the wrong thing? Yep. Like, can confirm, has definitely happened. Embarrassing. But I try to be careful. Okay, so now we got that gradient. I feel like that'll look kind of cool, right? Like that kind of gradient. Because again, it's kind of making it seem like there's like a glow coming from that way. I could even maybe add some more hair strands here that are like more yellow to maybe make it seem like there's more glow in the hair over there. I don't know. I mean, I'll put it this way, like, don't count on me having like a consistent light source in my art. I'm terrible at that. But we can at least try. I'm gonna like at least make an effort, you know. Nice art is really dope. Oh, thank you, Humble Paladin. Thank you. Ja Orange. Oh my gosh. I was watching what's the name of the streamer? Salty, is it Salty DK Dan? I used to like watch their animation things. I don't know, like I was watching them play chapter 5 and they replicated Flowery's voice lines so perfectly that I like can't tell it's not Toby Fox doing it. It's really weird. So like it makes it sound like the streamer is like reading out all of Flowery's dialogue, but in the like voice line tone and filters is kind of crazy. So okay, yeah, let's grab some reds then so that we can now do these other squares. I'm just trying to think like it's like another case where I do think it's gonna have to go from like it's but it's gonna kind of become like an orange tone. So let's see, move these greens over here. So let's see, I've got like, this one's carmine, which is actually not as dark as regular red. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, like this is like actual red. I also have vermilion. I think vermilion's pretty light. Wait, is carmine darker than red? I didn't think so, but maybe. And then of course there's orange, orange. Actually, I think the tangerine is darker. Yeah, I do feel like the orange that this set comes with is like surprisingly yellowy. I don't know why. But that's okay. That might be good for our purposes right now. And I could use something like really dark, like a Bordeaux, but I don't know if like it needs to be that dark. I guess I can just grab it just in case. But like we're not, at least not yet, like dealing with super extreme shadows. I do think like it'll come to that, but let's see. Well, I grabbed like a hickory. I thought I had like a Bordeaux over here. Yeah. Yeah, I think the hickory's too like brown, if I'm being honest. Although Bordeaux can be a little purpley, which isn't good either. I don't know. We'll put like the teeniest, tiniest little amount down, see how it turns out. Hey, Geo Bunny. Hello, hello. Okay, so yeah, let's do a little bit of a red square here. The main thing is I just need to make sure that the shadows like line up with the way that the shadows are laid out in the green above, or it's gonna look really weird. I've made that mistake a few times. Okay, so I just kind of blend it out. I also didn't really like how big and poofy the sleeves are, so I'm sort of like using this as an excuse to like reel them back a little. Like, calm down. Okay. I might have too many like dark shades here. Let's see. It's hard to tell. I think it's okay. It's getting a little Christmassy up in here. We also just have to kind of like see how it dries because like it can be a little inconsistent, unfortunately. I definitely want this one here to be a lot lighter because like I said, I kind of like the idea that it's almost like glowing like where the soul would be. It's kind of like spooky, you know? Jumping. Is that gonna be a thing now? Like we're all just gonna be doing the oranges. Dorota. I will say in the shorts video that I shared today, I did have to toss a Girona in there when Flowery came up. I can't resist. Okay. So yeah, let's do, you know, okay. I know I said I had to like factor in that there'd be like a little bit of white there, but I say screw it, who cares? I know that sounds bad, but I just feel like it would look weird, so we're just gonna pretend it's not a thing. So okay, I'm actually gonna start with the lighter shades then. Because yeah, we're trying to like give the effect of the glow coming from like, I don't know, I guess kind of like between the two of them, something like that. For all we know, the weird route's the happy ending. Maybe I'm actually taking this in too dark of a direction. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna pull that all the way up. It's like, screw it. Fill it in, just fill it in. I guess, yeah, we'll start it like right here. I do think I'm gonna have to like kind of go back and like re-outline some of the like hair strands. They're sort of disappearing into the void here. Okay, so now I'm like in the orange territory. Like this is actually tangerine. This is actually orange. This is orange. I'm like a little hesitant though to grab a yellow because I mean I still want people to be able to tell that this was like red at some point. We'll see. Like I said, it can dry kind of like inconsistently. So like we'll see how it looks when it's done doing its thing. But I feel like that's correct, right? Like that looks right-ish to me. Hi Johnny Six Speed. Hello from Scotland. Hello from the born United States. Well, I guess I don't know. I'm like from Chicago. Is that interesting? I don't know. I never know if people consider Chicago interesting or not. I know it's not New York, but I'm just kidding. The rivalry between Chicago and New York is totally made up. Or is it? Okay. So that was the red square. So then to finish it off, this would be another red square. I don't know if the green square would even be visible. Maybe like a little bit. And then red, green, and then yeah, again, like there maybe would be like a bit of a red there, but I think it would get kind of lost in the sauce. So I'm actually going to kind of shift this around a little bit. I just want to like see how that line looks a little bit better. My pencil sketches suck. We have Chicago pizza and we have Detroit pizza. Actually, that reminds me, I'm gonna be right outside Detroit in November. because I'm gonna be in the artist alley at Motor City Comic Con. They like to say it's a Detroit show, but like it's really a Novi show. Like I don't know, it kind of makes me laugh whenever they're like, "It's in Detroit," and I'm like, "No, I've done this show before. It's in Novi." That's like when people like out in the suburbs of Chicago say they're in Chicago, and I'm like, "No, you're in Schaumburg," that kind of thing. Um, but yeah, isn't Detroit style? Because I've had it before. I've done a lot of shows in Michigan. Oh God, I hope I'm not getting this wrong and I'm gonna sound like an idiot. I'm picturing like the pepperoni is like under the cheese, right? Am I getting that right? I swear I had it before and it was really good. I really liked it. But yeah, I feel like it was like it's like the toppings or whatever, like or at least the one I had was pepperoni. It was like under the cheese, which was like as a Chicagoan, I was kind of fascinated. I was like, oh, I've never had pizza like that before. Shadow people. They are now after what I did in Noel. Trying to go to Novi for Comic Con. Are you gonna go to Motor City or is it a different show? Because if you're going to Motor City, I'll be there. For the first time in several years, I used to do Motor City every year, and then I took like a few years off. But yeah, I applied this year, and I actually just found out like 2 weeks ago or something that I got a table. It is Motor City. Oh heck yeah, I'll see you there. That'll be the second time I run into you at a show. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the artist alley there. I don't have like my info yet though or anything like table number and stuff, but they'll give that to us down the line. Actually, I should probably check and make sure my table money transfer went through. It was like a thing where they automatically took the payment and I forgot to check if it like worked out. I don't see why it wouldn't, but I would probably like to confirm that I do in fact have my table secured. You don't like Detroit pizza? That's understandable. I mean, it was definitely like a unique way of having it. I know honestly a lot of Chicagoans don't like deep dish pizza. It's actually surprisingly common. Yours went through? Okay, I'll have to check on that then. I meant to do it this morning. I even like wrote a note for myself to do it, but then of course I didn't do it. I'll be honest, I fell super behind on my schedule today. The shorts video that I made for the daily doodles, because yeah, for those who haven't seen it, I shared a shorts video like literally like less than 2 hours ago, showing how these all turned out. I ran into a really weird issue where I don't know what happened, but there was a lot of text that I added to the video when I was editing it, and something went like horribly wrong. And when I had saved it, and then I came back to it, and all of the text had shifted in like crazy ways that I couldn't understand. I don't know if like I did something or if it was a glitch, but it took me like it was like 45 minutes to fix the video. I was so mad. Like, editing that video was not supposed to take up so much of my day today. Like, my hair is actually still kind of wet because, like, I fell so behind because of the weird editing glitch that I took a shower really late. I don't know, it was super frustrating. It was probably my fault. Like, I probably, like, swiped something weird, and it's like that kind of thing, like, where you edit something in, like, Microsoft Word. What's that old joke? Like, you try to, like, make one change or like add an image and everything like goes insane and you hear sirens in the distance. It was probably something like that. So I don't know. I'm not gonna blame the app for what was probably just me being clumsy, but it was really annoying. So yeah, I'm like super behind today. There was so much more I intended to do before going live, and I definitely didn't want to go live with wet hair, but here we are, so. Oh, welcome back, Dolly Chew. Hey, Gray Hair Kitten. Hi, hi. You didn't intend on being late, but had to do some psycho mood. Exactly that. But yeah, so yeah, if there's any Michigan people here, I think Motor City might be my only other show this year as far as like me being in the artist alleys. We'll see. Like I haven't totally decided that yet, but as far as like my current schedule, like all I know for sure is I leave for Dragon Con in a couple weeks, and that show's just for fun. That's like my yearly like just vacation show. And then yeah, in November I'm gonna do Motor City. So yeah, I haven't been back in a few years. I'm kind of like curious to see if anything's like changed, I don't know. Probably not. It's only been a few years, but still kind of curious. It's been a while. I wonder if the show's like any bigger now? I don't know. We shall see. Anywho, so yeah, let's get back to Noelle here. I guess I was just trying to like kind of redo like those of you who've been following me for a while, like you've probably already noticed that I don't know what it is. I just kind of like don't really do pencil sketches. I hate them. I suck at them. I can't stick to a plan to save my freaking life. And then we end up in situations like this where it's like time to actually color and I'm like, wait, what? Like I can't even tell what I intended here. I don't know. For some reason, I often go like straight into inking because I just know me trying to do anything with pencils is pointless. I just can't seem to stick to anything. Actually, this should probably go more like that. It was starting to look like she didn't have a rib cage. I suddenly realized, I was like, wait a minute. Actually, you know what? I think I do want some yellow up top. I hope it's not too late to add some now that everything's dried a bit. Hold on. I don't know. This is looking too much like hair. I'm gonna like pull this out. And I'm gonna add a little bit of a yellow glow. And I'm actually also gonna add some to the green square, I think. And when we put the background in later, we just like won't touch this and then we'll have like a nice glow that we can work with. Something like that. Let me just like kind of pull it back a little. Okay, we'll see how that works out. Hopefully it'll be okay. It's just kind of tricky because like once it's dried, it's like kind of hard to get your gradient back. Hopefully it's not gonna like leave a weird line now that I've messed with it. Not that that would be the end of the world. Some artists do it on purpose, but I don't know, I have like a weird pet peeve about it. Okay, so I'm gonna like redarken these pencil lines. Redarken? No, wow. It hasn't even been like an hour and I'm already like failing to speak properly here. Lighten the lines. Literally the opposite of what I said. Good lord. Why am I like this? This is why I'm always drinking energy drinks during these streams. Any like attempt I can get at like sounding coherent, I'll take it. That's okay, Tommy Chew. Lincoln Zelda. No. I don't think Zelda has antlers. Although that would be pretty funny. I mean, I guess I could picture her with antlers. I could see it. Okay, so let's continue the squares. Let's see. Yeah, how about let's kind of go, we'll kind of work backwards. So I'm gonna do the red square here. Yeah, we'll kind of work our way towards the back. So yeah, again, this is gonna be like a lighter square so that we can still have the glow, especially if we're sticking to the idea that there's a glow underneath them as well. Because even if I do end up just using like white deleter ink and do like the splatter thing, we do still have to like account for like a glow existing at all, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if this is dark enough. Like this might actually be too light. Let's see. I can't really tell. We'll have to see how it dries because this is kind of a weird thing about these Chromateks. I know I've mentioned this before, but they have this very weird quality where when they first go down on the paper, and I don't know if they do this with all types of paper, but this is like a heavily textured mixed media paper. It does this thing where it looks like it's all like, they call it like pilling or something. And it's not permanent. It just does that while it's super wet at first, and then as it dries, you can finally like see what the gradient looks like. It's very annoying, like as somebody who's like not necessarily known for my patience all the time when it comes to art. It's probably one of my biggest problems actually as an artist. I I don't know. I get frustrated because it's like I put the colors down. I want to see what it looks like right now. Like I want to know, did I do okay? Do I need to change something? But unfortunately, we usually have to wait like a solid 5 minutes before I can actually tell. So yeah, hopefully that'll be okay. You actually you can see, right? Like even compared to a moment ago, it's already kind of like fixing itself, you could say. I don't know. It's just a really strange quality of these Chromatechs. Which I do think this needs to like tilt down a bit more. Hold on. Like that. Yeah. Needs to look like a little more like 3D, right? I'm also noticing like we definitely need more shadow up in that area. I'm gonna like correct that now just before I like forget. This area here needs like to be way darker. Yeah. Because that's like, it should look like it's curling like under her arm. You know, like her arm is kind of like casting a bit of a shadow there. I don't know if the same is true on the other side, but I'm gonna like leave it alone for the moment. I'm also trying to figure out what to do about the hair. Like the hair is super getting lost in there. I might have to like, I'm like avoiding contour lines in this art, which is like the exact opposite of how I normally do things. But there's like a few areas where I think like if I don't have some kind of outline, everything's gonna just start to look like a muddy mess, you know? So we'll have to figure that out. So okay, we can go back to the green then for this square. So we don't want to go super dark just yet, kind of like mid dark. And we'll take it to like around here. Dark would be like the square right behind this one. Now the nice thing about textured paper like this, if it's like a character like Noelle, is it kind of it gives the clothing like a sweater texture all on its own. Okay. And then yeah, we don't want the full-blown glow, but we do want like at least a little bit of that like yellow-green action. But if it's like too much, then it's gonna look weird next to that other square. And we'll see. Like it's possible it's still too light. And if so, we can just add a little bit more of the other green. But it's just, again, it's got that pilling issue, right? Like, see how like funky that looks? It just has to like settle for a few minutes. I don't know. It's really weird and annoying. Yeah, for anyone who just got here, like if you're not familiar with these characters, yeah, they're from Deltarune. And if you're somebody who like is a more casual Deltarune player, you might also be like, what the heck is going on here? It's from the weird route. I used to always say weird route, but I don't know. Then Flowery made that like pacifist root joke, and now I keep wondering if I'm like wrong. Should I be saying weird root? I don't know. Okay, so now we'll do the red square. So the red one, I think we should actually go kind of backwards, right? Like start a little bit darker and then go lighter. Because again, like we want it to look like the glow is sort of behind them. I don't know, this is like where I just tend to struggle with this kind of stuff. I didn't, you know, take like art classes and anything on this sort of thing. Like I don't know like color theory, like none of that. And I know that's my own fault. Like we have YouTube, like obviously I could go learn a thing or two. And I do. Like I actually do watch tutorials and stuff. Like on occasion. But yeah, I'm not like, whenever people think I'm some kind of like professional artist or something, I'm like, nah, not even a little bit. I'm just kind of a fool who does the best they can. So yeah, now we're just like back to the orange. And I'm kind of trying to like make these edges a little weird to sort of a little bit simulate like clothing folds. But I don't want it to be too much because I do think a sweater would be a bit like tighter maybe. Possibly. I mean, obviously, like, I'm Chris, I have it, like, super loose fitting, but to me, this is more like, I think Noelle's outfit is meant to evoke, like a school uniform kind of, like, sweater vest. Or at least that's, like, the vibe I always got from it. Something like that. And then, yeah, I guess, like, green would be the last color. Yeah, because I think if I kinda go like this part here, like, comes down far enough that, like, you wouldn't be able to see the red square from behind it. Like, the red square would technically be, like, right over there, you know? But it's, like, not visible here. So, sorry, I keep wondering, like, I don't know, should I, like, bring this in closer? I just feel like y'all can't see too well. Although I do know for those on mobile, if I go any closer, I do think the art's gonna end up behind the chat, right? I don't know, whatever. I'll just leave it alone for a second. You don't like pronouncing it root? Yeah, like, I feel like it's regional, whether people say root or route, but I've always said route personally, so it feels weird saying, like, weird root. You know, like, taking art classes. Yeah, like, I don't know, I tried a couple of them in high school, and it was not, like, really the vibe. I don't know, it wasn't for me. I kind of, like, didn't particularly participate or try very hard. Yeah. Not even sure if I entirely finished those classes, probably not. Yeah. And then I never really particularly tried again. I did go to a comic art school um later in life, but like that was different. Like that was we didn't learn things that I probably need to know. So I don't want to sound too shady, but yeah. I don't think I like learned anything that would be useful right now. Anyway, let's finish up the green here. So actually there should be very little shadow here, if any. I don't know, maybe I'll do like, okay, like the faintest hint of green. But this should be pretty much like out in the glow zone. Hey, Andrew, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Andrew and I went to the same comic school, so if we're being shady, that's why. Okay, let's see how that dries. I don't know, maybe it could be a little bit darker. I can't really tell. I'm just gonna like let it kind of sit and see what it does, I think. Well, I do want to kind of, I'm still trying to like narrow the sleeve area just like a little bit. Ish. And just kind of drag that out a little. Yeah, I think this comes down to like we still need a bit more of like a glow. Just a little bit. Because we can always kind of like draw it back in later when we're kind of like doing the background. How's that? So now I'm feeling like the green shadow here is actually not enough. I think this is like too light. Because look at where the red shadow is up there. See how it's like it's bright here and then dark there? It looks kind of weird, doesn't it? So maybe we should kind of like add to that then. If we kind of go like a little bit more here, and then draw this back out, I think that'll look better. Maybe. We'll see. Here's where we're at. It's nice to see Noelle in clothing finally. It was kind of like weirding me out how like top heavy this art was. Like there was so much happening up here and then everything else was like, I don't know. So, okay, that looks a lot better. It's starting to look like actual art, more or less. Again, I still don't know yet if this illustration's like even gonna work out. Obviously, I'm rooting for it. I'm not a quitter, but it is like very much not the kind of art I'm used to doing. Coloring is not my specialty. That's how we ended up with like situations like this where I made multiple attempts at this illustration that had color, and every single time I was like, wow, I kind of ruined this. And in the end, I sort of gave up on the whole color thing, and I think that was the right call. The same thing happened with that Springtrap illustration too, where I had made attempts at coloring this and then was like, you know what, this is just not my skill set. And then I kind of just didn't really color it, and I think that was the right call. So doing something like this is kind of like the exact opposite of how I would normally tackle any of this, but you know what? The only way to learn is to try things that you're not necessarily comfortable with, right? You gotta step outside your comfort zone, and that's what I'm doing here. I mean, I don't want to step outside my comfort zone so much that suddenly, like, I'm not even drawing in my style at all anymore. I don't think that's quite the right thing to do, but yeah, just, I don't know. I don't want to like get stuck in a rut where I'm just constantly doing the same thing over and over, because then you don't learn anything. Like if you want to help your style, you got to try other things first. I used to always say like you have to know the rules in order to like intentionally break them. It's like that kind of thing. You should make coloring books. I have actually thought about that before. Yeah. I have considered. I know for a while there it was like very trendy in the artist alley. Like everyone was making coloring books. Also, I just noticed I got a notification from someone on YouTube, and yeah, I did want to mention, so YouTube is being super buggy right now, and I don't know if this is the case for everyone, because I could only see half the comment, but I know what they were talking about. Yeah, there's some weird glitches going on. So the shorts video that I shared today, like for some reason, unless you go into the comments section, it always says that there aren't any comments. It literally says 0 comments, even though there definitely are some comments. I would know because I replied to them already. So I don't know what that's all about. So yeah, if anyone's like having anything weird happening with YouTube right now, all I can say is I don't think it's anything on my end. I think once again, for the millionth time, they're doing something with the website and everything's broken. Shocking, I know, right? It's not like this happens practically every day. Actually, I wonder if it's like that on desktop or just mobile. Let me see. I've only checked it on mobile, but I'm kind of curious. Yeah, it still says 0 comments. What the heck? But then, yeah, when I click on it, like, there's comments. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. YouTube, please, please get your act together. I'm so tired of this. I was almost like afraid to go live because of it, because it's like my views tend to be like kind of terrible lately. Like my reach is really bad, and I was like, surely if YouTube's having problems right now, it's going to be like a billion times worse even. But we'll see. I figure I should still go live anyway. Okay, so we have a sweater now for Noelle. Although I do think, hold on, this one line looks goofy to me. I want to fix this. I don't really like how this edge looks. Let's see if that's a little bit better. Yeah, same over here. I think it's like something with the reds. The color is kind of retreating a little bit. It does that sometimes. It's like it kind of spreads more when it's wet, and then it kind of goes you know, and it like sucks back in, and then all of a sudden all my lines are like not in the places that I want them to be. Okay, so I've got the sweater. It looks like the collar up here kind of shifted a little weird too. Hold on. Or at least like where the neck shadow was. I'll just kind of like bring it back around a bit. Yeah. And I know like the eye area still looks really, really weird. I feel like it's going to take a bunch of passes for that to get fixed. Also, I don't know. Is it weird that I like left her little like buck teeth showing? Was that wrong of me? I don't know why I did it. I think I kind of did it because it made me laugh at first, and then I just sort of didn't change it. I don't know. Maybe it's because like it gives her the tiniest hint of a smile, and I wasn't like 100% sold on giving up all of her facial features. I don't know. I'm just gonna like leave it for now, but the Paul Spampton. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we need our daily dose of, especially because we've got Noelle here, so this is very important. Got the Peepus eggs. I do like the thought that everything in Deltarune is Noelle's fault because she hatched a glitchy egg. Like, if you like go to the Spampton sweepstakes stuff, it's like that's not even a far-fetched statement. Like, it seems like that's possibly like actually what happened. Dang it, Noelle. As somebody who was exactly like Noelle as a kid, though, I can't fault her for it. I was one of those kids who broke every game on purpose. Like, I was, again, I'm dating myself here. I'm super old. I'm sorry. But yeah, I was one of those kids where, like, you hand me one of those old school Pokemon games, and within 2 seconds, I had a missing no, and everything was broken. I'd go off to, like, Glitch City, and then the whole, like, game would freeze forever and could never be fixed. I was like, whoops. And I kind of tended to do that with, every game. If there was a way to glitch it and break it, I would do it. So I don't know. I've seen some people being like, the more we learn about Noelle, the more I think she's creepy, like doing stuff like that with the game. She's like crazy in a bad way. And I'm like, well, if that's true, then that's bad news for me because I was exactly like that. And I think I turned out, I don't want to say I turned out okay, but I turned out acceptable as a functioning human. You're an important pattern. It's not like something you can find again. Was it like a pattern you found online or something? Because you might be able to find it again. I don't work with patterns too often, so I'm not always sure how that stuff works. I'm also trying to decide. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like an arm back here. I don't know. I kind of like left these pencil lines where I was sort of unsure about a couple things. So originally I had this so that I was gonna have the other antler showing a bit, and then I was like, possibly not. Only because the side profile here is so extreme that I think this would look weird. I haven't erased it, but I'm probably gonna get rid of it. However, this here could still work. I wonder if maybe I should like kind of drag it upwards a bit. If I do add this arm, I think it should be mostly in shadow though. Because otherwise it's just gonna blend in with the other arm and it's gonna look really, really weird. Because like Chris has a bit of a visible arm, right? So I feel like Noelle should too. I did have like some references pulled up originally for when I sketched this all out. And I don't remember, but I'm guessing in the reference that other arm was visible, and that's probably part of the reason I added it. But it's like the kind of thing where I could easily forget that it's even there. So I should probably add it now before it gets lost to time. Because sometimes I do stuff in a weird order when I'm drawing because I forget things really easily if I don't do them while I'm thinking of it. Like there's been so many times where I've left a mistake in an illustration because I like said I'd come back to it later and then I definitely didn't. Obviously, I'm not gonna point those out to y'all because that'll just make things worse for me, but yeah, it happens a lot. My friend who wanted to get a game because it was full of glitches, wanted to bring it every possible. That sounds like me. Yep, I was 100% one of those kids. And actually, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not still like that because I absolutely am. Like, it's actually surprising I haven't gone back to replay chapter 3 yet because all of that sword root stuff is like, it's just so me. When I first discovered that it even existed, I was like, yes, yes, Toby gets me. I really want to go back and do that stuff. I think I'm just kind of like afraid though that I can't beat ERAM because I suck. But I know I gotta try. Looks great. Oh, thank you, Tori. Little games almost like a knockoff. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, actually. I did play a few knockoff games, and it was always really, really funny. Like, the weird stuff that would happen in those. I also had a knockoff controller that would make the most bizarre stuff happen. I remember playing, like, one of the old school Smash Bros. Games with that knockoff controller, and it was, like... It was actually, like, comical how poorly it worked. I don't know. I think knockoff controllers are okay these days, but like, boy, back in the day, those things were garbage. But they were cheap, so, you know, that's all that mattered. Oh, I see. You cut out the pattern of paper yourself. Got it. Oh, that's annoying. You have to redo it again. Oh, that's so annoying. Miss my strange PS2 games. Suspicious crush jumps. Yeah, no, same. I probably still have some of that. In fact, I actually probably have some of it here. Because, like, even when I moved here, I brought all the old stuff with me. And, like, my roommates have their old stuff too. So we actually have, like, a pretty sizable collection of, like, really old school, like, game systems and games and stuff around here. Like, that's why, like, I still yearly play, like, the OG Silent Hill 2. I'm actually not playing it, like, on, like, a computer or anything. It's not, like, a PC version of it. It's actually the original because we still have, like, a functional PS2 and stuff. But yeah, I just remember a few times I bought like used it sounds so old-fashioned, but I bought used like save cartridges that still had like other people's weird stuff on it. I used to love going through those. Well, I do remember my disappointment when one time I got a cartridge and it was just full of like sports game stuff. It was the most uninteresting thing ever. I was like, oh, I see. Whoever this person was just played Madden endlessly, 24/7. Cool. So exciting. Although I do know some soccer games have some of the funniest glitches of all time, but yeah. Oh, Rayman Legends, yes. Right, yeah, with the knockoff controller is so bad. Yeah, I remember the knockoff controller with Smash Bros. Like, I know it's such a stereotype to like make fun of players who don't want to admit they suck and they'll say like, oh, the drift. But no, like actually, it was like the kind of thing where you could set the controller down and then just watch characters like drift on their own because the controller was like messing up everything. It was so bad. I think I still have some of those knockoff controllers too. Oh my gosh. And I do love the idea that Image Friend is actually a knockoff controller in Deltarune. Like, that is so funny to me. Like, I'm just like, Toby, you get me. You know what I'm all about, bro. Oh, thank you so much for the star, Robert. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Sega cartridge was like a Lord of the Rings game. But wasn't that? It was all a random fantasy thing? Oh gosh, yeah. Sounds about right. Oh boy, man, Sega, that takes me back. I was so surprised, like, Sega had already seemingly, like, died out in the US at least, and then when I, like, moved to Japan for a few years, and it was like, oh my gosh, Sega still, like, is a thing here. Like, whole, like, arcade places would be, like, with, like, the Sega logo and everything. I was like, whoa, like, I thought these guys were gone forever. I mean, yes, obviously, I know Sonic is still a big thing, but it's like, there was a time, though, when Sega was, like, everywhere, and then it kind of like faded a lot, you know, by comparison, whereas like in Japan it was like it never left. It was always like a big thing for all eternity. So yeah. Moved to Japan. Yeah, I lived in Japan for like I think 3 years in total. It was across 4 years because I temporarily moved back for a year, but like 3 years in Japan. So yeah, but I haven't been back in a while, unfortunately. I really wanted to go back at one point and then COVID hit, so that kind of messed up those plans, but I would like to go back and revisit again sometime soon just for fun. Uh, so yeah, if anyone ever like every now and then I get comments on my cosplay videos where people are like, yo, your cosplay reminds me a lot of like Visual K, and I'm like, funny you should say that. It's almost as if I lived in Japan during like the height of the Visual K era and was constantly going to Visual K concerts. So yes, if you think my stuff looks like Visual K, correct. You are completely right. Yeah. So, okay, anyway, yeah, let's do that sleeve before I forget it. I'm just trying to say like how shadowy should it be? I mean, it should still have like a bit of a glow underneath it, but like I do think it still needs to be darker than the other arm though, or it's just gonna like it's gonna look like Noelle has like a mega forearm. Surprised I discovered that Sega still makes Initial D arcade games. Yeah. Thought arcades are dead. No, they're still like a big deal in Japan. I even have some like prizes still from like Sega arcade like places in Japan. Also, I could be totally wrong about this. If there's any Vocaloid fans here who are like super fans, please don't roast me if I'm wrong. Doesn't Sega make the holograms of the Vocaloids? I really hope I'm not sounding ignorant right now, but I thought like the Hatsune Miku, like the mo-capped holograms and stuff, I thought Sega made those. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. I know some people are like really deep in like the Vocaloid lore and I'm gonna sound like stupid, but I could have maybe I misheard about that, but I thought that's the case. Did I speak any Japanese? Yeah, actually, so I guess some weird Jamie lore here. Yeah, actually my major in college was Japanese. Like that was yeah. That's actually it's yeah. If anyone was ever like, "Oh, you do like art and content creation stuff. What's your degree in?" None of that. My degree is in Japanese. So yeah, I was basically fluent while I was living there, but I am super rusty now, so yeah, I'm pretty useless at Japanese. I can still understand it when people speak it. Like, I'll put on subtitles for like anime, but I don't really totally need them. Like, I can just kind of like listen to the Japanese and like maybe glance at the subtitles here and there, but like I'm okay. But if anyone asks me to speak it, I'm like, oh God, no. Like, ugh. I was always bad at writing it anyway. Like, my kanji skills were just comically bad no matter how hard I tried. But yeah, my speaking skills were always kind of rough. But I did the best I could. Obviously, I had to because I lived there. But yeah, I can still like understand it okay though. Does Sega own Miku really? Huh? They made Miku games. I remember Miku wearing a Sonic onesie. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so maybe I didn't misunderstand when I had heard about that. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Vocaloids. I'm not like one of those people who's like super deep in like the Vocaloid lore. I'm kind of curious. Well, I'm gonna do like a Google search of just like, sorry, we'll get back to the art in a second, but I'm like super curious now about, because that would actually explain like why Sega is still so big in Japan if they keep doing stuff like that, you know, like big deal things like Hatsune Miku. Huh, there is literally a miku.sega.com. Interesting. Hmm. Oh, yes. Okay, so Sega did like the rhythm games and stuff. That explains a lot, actually. That explains a lot. Okay. So yeah, between like arcade games and Vocaloids and all of that's why Sega is still a lot bigger in Japan than it is in the US. Like obviously like yeah, the US and like a lot of the Western world is still big into like Sonic, but like in Japan it's just like it's a whole other level of popularity with Sega that used to be the case like outside of Japan and then kind of like died down. But yeah, if they're still doing like, if they're doing like the Miku stuff, that explains a lot. Okay, so yeah, let me just like do this arm here. I'm just trying to decide what colors to use. I still have, these are all of the colors I was using on the sleeve and everything. I never put them away, so they're still sitting here. I guess if I just do like, I don't want to use like blacks and blues. I think that's a bit much, but maybe like a dark brown. And then like, yeah, like maybe like the orange and then the glow. It's better to start light, you know, and then darken it later if we need to, because we can always like add, but it's hard to subtract. So I'm going to start with that. And then if it's not dark enough, we can like come back to it. So let's like at least give it a try. Cause yeah, I don't want Noelle to have like a mega forearm. That would be strange. So just like a little bit of a line there. I'm gonna like leave that cuff alone for the moment. And then just do a little bit of a gradient here. I have no idea how far down to go. I don't want to get too crazy with it. It does make me wonder if like, if I should add a background sooner rather than later, like if it's making my life harder that there isn't a background, because I can't like really see how some of this is going to pan out without it, you know? I don't know. Problem is I still haven't made some like important decisions about the background. I'm kind of procrastinating on it. Kind of like how I procrastinated on this illustration in general because I started thinking, oh my god, I'm ruining it like I always do. And I'm still not entirely convinced that that's untrue. We'll find out. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna like leave it at that level for now. And obviously we still have to do that little cuff there. But yeah, it's like we can always darken it. Lightening it would be a lot harder, so yeah. Better to start casual than we'll increase later. I did Dokunfunmi. I don't know if I said that right, but hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, yeah, let's do the cuff next. I think I'm just gonna more or less do the cuff the same-ish way. Well, I don't know. For some reason, I made the cuff really red, and I don't entirely know why I did that. I think I was just picturing it as like sunset colors against like a white cuff. I don't really know if that was the right decision, but it's a little too late to take it back now. I guess I could just sort of stick with that for the sake of continuity. Here, let's try it. Because unfortunately, like that's where I'm at in general with this illustration is I'm at the point of like, I can't keep procrastinating or like being so lacking in confidence that nothing gets done. You know, like at a certain point you have to just go like, ugh, whatever, just do it. And that's, yeah, that's where I'm at. It's like, just quit shuffling your feet and just put something on the paper. Yeah, coward. So then, yeah, just a little bit of that glow. Right there. And we'll see how that looks. And then it looks like, yeah, I think Chris's hand goes completely in front of like the rest of that. I should probably like define it better though, like exactly where Chris's hand is. I don't know. I think one way or another, there's gonna be a lot of like muddiness to this illustration, unfortunately. But that might also just be me like not being used to a lack of contour lines. So, I mean, I hate to put it this way, but it's possible that I'm kind of imagining the problems a bit because it's so outside of like the way I would normally do things. I'm not sure. It's really hard for me to be, like, objective about something like this because I don't know how to, like, you know, step away from it and see it differently, which sucks. I mean, in my defense, like, when I say, like, I was procrastinating on it, part of it does come down to me, like, wanting to set things aside because then I can put, like, fresh eyes on it, where it's like, if I just keep staring at it day after day, then I literally can't be objective, and I can't tell what the heck I'm doing. So, yeah, I kind of did set it aside for a bit with, like, the hope that, you know, I could maybe see it the way other people are seeing it, but it is hard. I do also think I wasn't sure, but yeah, I do think some of this needs to be darkened here. Same with up here, because I think that's like, I don't know. I'm like afraid to touch it. I'm just worried there's like way too much glow on the shoulder. Because it's a lot brighter than Chris's shoulder. I don't know. I should probably like leave well enough alone for the moment. That's when I like genuinely do start ruining stuff, when I overthink it. Now, as for the skirt, there is a reason I've been kind of like avoiding the pants and like the skirt and everything. It is because like at that point we are approaching the weird, like, I don't know what to call it, like just the glow of another world or something. I don't know, where they're just, clipping out of reality or whatever. So I know like the glow has to get kind of extreme down there. And I wasn't entirely sure what to do with that. Because the thing is, like, her skirt is black. And that's why I think this ended up a little funky, is because I hate to say it, but I kind of just didn't have any clue how one colors something that's black, but that is being like blasted with light. This was the best I could do. It's not great. I did pull up like images of like other people's like weird root art um to kind of like get references and ideas of how like better artists color it, but I gotta put it this way, the best I could put it is I think everyone else was avoiding it too, because most of the weird root art that I found, people were clearly trying really hard to like avoid the sunset colors and stuff, and it's like, I get it, it's hard to do, I get it. But some of it was kind of funny. Like you could tell some people had even just like drawn and rendered Noelle again, like, one layer or file or who knows what, and then just like slapped her onto a background that didn't match. And I was like, yo, I get it. I get it. Like I'd probably do the same thing if I wasn't working traditionally. Because who wants to deal with that? But it definitely like did not make it very helpful for me, who was trying to figure out what to do. Shade with gray. Yeah, I mean that's what I would have done in the past. 'Cause like one of the things I used to be known for is I would call it like dry brush inking, where in order to get like surprisingly complicated lights and shadows, I would intentionally dry out or like use up the ink, whether it was black ink or white ink, on a brush, um, and almost use it like, honestly, kind of like a makeup brush to make shades. And it's like, I'd love to do something like that here, but then I'm like, ugh, part of the point of this was to avoid the inking and contouring stuff I normally do. I'm like, oh, am I like breaking my own rule if I do something like that? I don't know. Yeah, replace the black with dark blue. I mean, that's the thing. Like, her sprite. I'm gonna be honest, when I was working on my Noelle cosplay, I almost made her outfit like a navy blue because I actually couldn't tell if it was supposed to be black or blue because, yeah, some of the shading, even in the game, I think they used blue instead of black. Because, yeah, I'd have to, like, check the hex code on this, but I think it's probably blue-ish. There's a lot of risque art here. Deltarune fans, calm down. Jeez. Good lord. So yeah, that is like an option. I do have this one really weird color. I usually avoid it because it's one of those cases where for some reason like Chromatex sometimes claim to be a certain color and then they're kind of not. It's kind of weird. It's like a dark cyan. To me, it looks very gray, but it could be useful here. Maybe I should grab it and just like test it out. Absolutely gorgeous. There's real talent there. Oh, thank you so much, Antoine. Thank you, thank you. Holy Picard. Whoa. Hello, Noel Holiday. Look what I'm working on. I'm so glad you like the art. Thank you. Yeah, let me grab my cyan. See if I can find it. I do not. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe I'll grab the gray just in case. All of the grays in the Chromatex here are like kind of weird. Like none of them work the way I think that they should. I mean, it's possible that it's actually just like the paper and that I'm kind of like blaming something that was outside of their control, but yeah, I'll show you how the dark cyan looks on the like test paper. Like that. It's like very, very gray. If you can see it. So I do think like that could be an option. If it was like blended with black. I'll be honest, this illustration is actually the first time I've ever used the black Chromatec. Because normally I would just use ink. That's like always been my thing. So that's been something I've had to get used to with this illustration. So yeah, if we blend like the black with the dark cyan, I mean, it does make like an interesting gradient. Still not really sure what to do about like the sunset colors, but I do think like as we get farther down on this illustration, that doesn't matter so much because the sunset stuff should be more like up here, whereas like down here we're getting into like weird, just glitchy territory. I know this has been like talked about in a lot of like Deltarune theory videos, but like if you actually check the colors on a lot of this stuff, it's like as they go farther out into the lake, the color actually shifts from red to green. And it comes up in a lot of theory videos because the idea is like that green kind of represents like freedom in the game. Hence like, green stamped in strings, all of that stuff. Like don't even get me started on pirate gaster. That's a whole other topic. But yeah. I personally I don't want it to become green down here. I just think it'll look weird. Like that's the kind of thing that works in like a video game. I don't think it's gonna work in like a watercolor illustration. We're just gonna get it like white down there. But yeah, I do think like the whole like sunset color thing does kind of like not matter as we get lower down. It definitely matters up here though, because yeah, I want like the heart to be more reddish tones both above and below the water. Just because like, I know some people probably think this is shipping art. That's not how I intended it. I intended this to be more of like a red soul kind of thing. So yeah, we'll have to like kind of change the color focus, I guess. So that's why like I was kind of avoiding like the skirt and stuff because yeah, that's where I'm like, I'm a little unsure. I'm actually surprised I did this area because yeah, I've been kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I guess here, you know what? I'm gonna try like a full gradient of like, I want to do like black to cyan, and then why don't we see how it looks with like actual shades of gray? Maybe what I can do, because this is a pleated skirt, I could possibly do kind of like what I did up here, where we leave the pleats, like the lines between them uncolored, and then I can add sunset tones to that afterwards if we need to. I guess it's worth a shot. We also have to make sure that we don't forget that Noelle has a tail. In fact, actually, maybe I should do that first. Because that's exactly the kind of thing I would forget. What markers do I use? Yeah, so all of the coloring is done with Chromatech watercolor brush pens. That's what all of these have been. You can see some of my like little gradients and stuff here. So basically like they are just watercolors. They work exactly like watercolors. But instead of like, you brush up some color, like some pigment, from a tray or like, whatever, in like paint, the pigments are just loaded into the pens already. And I just like to do it with these because I like the super vibrant colors. Like obviously like with regular watercolors, the amount of water involved kind of like tones the colors down, which is great. Don't get me wrong. I love that look of like that kind of watercolor art, but I'm kind of like a bright neons, like blind everybody until they get annoyed with me kind of person. So I like the like overly loaded look of the Chromatax personally. I'm sure not everyone does. I've definitely gotten complaints on my cosplay videos about my colors. I'm just like, whatever, I am what I am. But although I have tried to tone it down recently. Like if anyone thought my Undyne cosplay videos looked a little less like in your face, like blue and neon and stuff, I did try to tone it down a little bit. But I'm never going to tone it down all the way because that's just not me. Hey, Eggman. So, okay, let's do like a full test here. I've got black, cyan. I don't think I want like actual blue. And then this is where it gets weird. Like, okay, so we have a gray one and then the blue gray. I know we made jokes about this actually in a previous live stream. Something's like wrong with the blue gray. Because remember it's called blue gray, right? Here, look at this. This is the blue gray. I should probably avoid this one because what? What? It's always been that way. We've tried shaking it. Nothing helps. I've used it on different types of paper. Nothing helps. I don't get it. Why is it red? I don't know. Blue gray. So I should probably avoid this one. I don't know. I'll set it aside just in case, but I do have like a regular gray. No, see, that one's even worse. Like, okay, how is that gray? Chromatech, explain to me. How is that gray? I'd love to hear an answer. Yeah. Gray. So that's kind of a problem because I don't really have anything. I do have Arteza watercolor brush pens that do have some gray tones. Those are like the ones I used with that one Undyne illustration that I did. But I don't really like those brush pens. I kind of avoid them. They're kind of like cheap. And I usually like cheap stuff, but it's like cheap in a bad way where it looks not good on the art. So yeah. Smoky purple, right? Warm gray. Yeah. I know, it's like just straight up brown. Like, what the heck? I don't understand. I love Chromatex, but whatever is going on with their grays makes me mad because, huh? I don't understand. So that's kind of an issue. I mean, this is a case where something we could do. I do have like that one hair in blue, but I'm gonna avoid that, I think, at least for now. Technically speaking, I do kind of use Chromatex not entirely the way that you're supposed to, because they actually do all come with pens for water. And I do use those sometimes. So we could see how the dark cyan looks with water. So yeah, maybe we'll test that out. And then I think I'll quickly do Noelle's tail, only because that is exactly the kind of thing that I will forget if I don't do it. Yeah, and actually, I'm looking at this arm. I do think this needs a bit more shadow. It looks kind of weird. So, here, I'm gonna like mark the tail down just so I don't like forget. And like we'll come back to that in a second. And then yeah, I want to add a little bit more shadow there. So okay, where's my yeah, this one should have water in it already. So yeah, the Chromatex come with these, where you're supposed to like add water to it and use it for blending purposes, which I do sometimes. It's just I don't do it too often because, you know, again, I like the oversaturated look. So yeah, we can see how that interacts with the cyan. Oh, you don't like this all the colognes? Is it like too like musky? I know sometimes colognes have like a weird musk to them. Ooh, a Seth Halloween costume. That sounds fun. Very detailed. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like we have not seen enough Seth cosplays. I would love to see that. So far, all I've done with Seth is like drew them in the Daily Doodle. They were actually the first flower that I drew on the like Daily Doodle thing that I was doing because surprisingly, Seth was actually the most requested one, even before Aqua. So yeah, I wound up doing Seth as like my first because yeah, I did Seth even before I did Flowery. Yeah. But don't worry, all of the flowers got accomplished. Because yeah, I just finished up the second page, so we have all of the flowers now. In fact, if anyone wants to see all of them, I did share a shorts video today that showcased both pages. Because yeah, and I just haven't decided yet if I'm like gonna do a third Deltarune page or if I should like work on another fandom and stop being weird. I don't know. Because, like, there's still more Deltarune characters I could draw. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to do Deltarune forever on those mini doodles. I want to do other stuff, too. I was originally going to start doing some FNAF ones. I also haven't even drawn, like, any Undertale characters, which is kind of weird. It's, like, just been Deltarune. But, I don't know. I'll have to decide soon, because obviously I want to, like, make another doodle. So... yeah, I just have to decide if I'm gonna like do another Deltarune page or do something else like a normal person. It's the musk. Yeah, yeah. Like sometimes I think like feminine perfumes are like too feminine and like colognes can be like a nice middle ground, but not when they're like loaded with the musky stuff. Then it's like, whoa, like what? Even some perfumes have that, and I'm like, ooh. Oh, thank you, Noel and Dory. I'm glad you like them. Flower, because I love the twink. Doodle time. See, that's what I'm saying though. Like there are like certain characters that I haven't drawn yet where I'm like, that does kind of make me want to like do another page though. Like, for example, there's no Lancer. There's no Lancer yet. No Temmie, no Lancer. Like that's just sad. So, I don't know. I could do a third page. I don't know. I gotta decide. There isn't even like a proper Spampton one. I only have the like image friend one because I don't consider this one like a Spampton one. I consider it an image friend doodle. Also, what the heck happened to the pink? I noticed that actually when I uploaded the video today. Like it's like the pink faded away completely. Super weird. I should probably redo that. I probably should have redone that and then made the video, but I didn't really notice it till I was like editing the video because this absolutely was pink, and then I don't know, the paper apparently ate it. I don't know what happened. I wish I knew what shade of pink that was so I could avoid it in the future because that's not good. What the heck happened? Hmm. Yeah, I really wish I knew which pink that was because should maybe throw that one out. That's not good. Yeah, okay. I will definitely fix that later because that's actually going to annoy me. I mean, I could just fix it right now, I guess. Why not? Take 2 seconds. Let's grab a pink. Any pink will do. How about, well, obviously not any pink, apparently. I have like multiple pinks. I was just using the pinks because I was drawing Susie. Okay, I'm pretty sure this isn't the pink I used. This is just like an actual straight up pink. Let's get some freaking color back in here. Because seriously, what the heck? This is very strange that it disappeared like that. I have no idea why that would have happened. Here, I'm even gonna like double layer it just in case. Like poor Spampton, like his glasses just completely faded away. What in the world? Like for those who follow me on TikTok and Instagram, like well, especially like on Instagram, I have like a Reels highlight of all of these daily doodles. Like you can go back and confirm that this was pink originally. Because like if you go to that Reels highlight, like the day it was done, like it would still be there. So like can't confirm. It was pink at one point. Okay, hopefully that'll stay. So please be permanent now. Dang, I wish I'd noticed it before I shared that shorts video today. It is annoying. Oh well. If anyone asks, I'll just say it was overexposed. I did wait until today to film it because I was waiting for like a sunny day finally so I could get like natural lighting on these. Yeah, it's very strange. Okay, well at least that's fixed. Oh yeah, Sans. Yeah, see that's the thing, like there's all these major characters that I haven't even drawn. Like I haven't drawn Sans. Me being such a big Undyne fan, there's no Undyne there, like either version, you know, just Undertale or like, you know, a police officer Undyne. There's no Napstablook. What? No Napstablook. It's a crime. Absolute crime. See, I've already like basically named enough characters to make a third page. Do you see the issue that I'm dealing with here? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I just worry if I do a third page, everyone's gonna like think I'm like lost my marbles. Not that they're like not already thinking that, but yeah. Blame the camera, exactly. Like I'll just say like it was just yeah, it got super overexposed and the pink somehow got faded out. Because yeah, that does actually happen sometimes. Yeah, Napstablook. Yeah, I found out there's another secret Napstablook joke in chapter 5, and I'm trying to remember what the heck it was. It's like you have to do this really weird thing where you like investigate. You know how there's like the blue door and the yellow door? You have to like look at one, like the yellow door, and then the blue door, and then the yellow door again. And you have to like do it at a certain point in chapter 5. I don't know. I was watching a video about like super hidden, obscure dialogue, and it makes some joke about, oh, yeah, yeah, because you need the blue key for the door. It makes like a blue key joke. Yeah, very strange. I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but it's like it's spelled that way on purpose. Like you need the blue key. Like it's like, okay, Toby. Round of applause for your puns. Yeah, Metaton. No Metaton yet. Dang. Maybe I should just do like a dedicated Undertale one then. You know, because these have all been oh, but then Lancer though. But Lancer, I don't know. I guess I could do like a mixture, like some Undertale and some Deltarune, and then like the fourth page we can move on, right? Like finally do like FNAF or something before people start looking at me like I've lost it. I mean, like in my defense, like you know, chapter 5 just came out, right? Like the hype is still here, so you know. Screw Lancer. No, I love Lancer. Oh yeah, Toriel. There's no Toriel yet. There's no Asgore, but in my defense, I had just done like that giant like Asgore illustration, which like, oh my god, I'm still finishing up the foil files for this. It's destroying my life, I swear. I had to like take a break for a while because my hand was starting to hurt so bad. I was like, please, someone save me from this hell. Oh my god, there's too much going on. Okay, yeah, okay, you know what, before we do anything, let me, because I know I'm gonna forget. Let me just do the shadow and the tail. I know I said I was gonna work on the skirt, but I know how I am, and it takes absolutely nothing for me to like get distracted and then forget to do something I'm supposed to do. So yeah, Let me just darken the shadows here like I said I was going to. Not too much, but just like a little bit. And then, yeah, we're going to give Noelle a cute little deer tail. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but my Noelle cosplay actually does have a deer tail. It's just that I'm, like, pretty much never turned around in the videos, so, like, nobody knows. I guess, like, if you've seen me do any of those, like, live streams, you've probably seen it. Well, I should say it's only my regular Noelle that has it. My Dark World one doesn't because, I mean, how? There's, like, a giant dress and cape and stuff in the way. But, like, my regular Noelle has a cute little deer tail. Okay, let's see if that's a little bit better. I'm gonna darken that a little too. We'll see how it dries. I didn't really, like, add the glow to it, but I kind of just wanted to see how it would look first, and then we can always add it back. Because, yeah, I'm just trying really hard to, like, differentiate that arm from the one that's facing us. Yeah, just, like, a dedicated Undertale-themed page. Yeah, because, like, it is kind of weird that, like, none of the... Like, I just hadn't done any Undertale yet. The lack of Undyne is concerning because it's me and she's like my Undertale fave. And cosplays a tail. Oh, so is it like the one with like where it's like the... I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a handle almost with like a ball on the end. Is it like that? I can't remember. I know I drew Mangle once with the tail visible. It's like I know what it looks like. I just don't know how to describe it out loud. Yeah, like a pom-pom, pretty much, yeah. Aw, that's cute. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have, like, any shorts videos where my Noelle tail is showing. I don't think I do. I don't think I do, actually. That's sad. Actually, I should probably... I'm looking at the Noelle art here just to kind of see how people do the tail. I mean, I know what a deer tail looks like, but I'm just kind of... Yeah, where it's like, it should be like dark and then, you know, it's got like the little white fluff underneath it. Oh, great. Me and white has not had a great track record so far in this illustration, though. I think maybe what I'll do then is just kind of like have the white part have like a yellow glow. A sort of compromise for like the sunset colors issue. Just kind of looking at some of the art here. I mean, a lot of the art, you know, she's facing towards us, so you can't really see the tail. Ugh, some of these artists are so good, though. I'm like, come on. Someday I'll get there, I swear. It's just embarrassing that I'm like 10,000 years old and I'm still like not at a super high level. I'm a slow learner, okay? Yeah. Okay, let's give her a tail. Oh, that's funny, I never noticed that before. The way the pixel art is on her dress, you can actually see it here, like, because the way I have the camera positioned, it's like two little dots with like green. It like looks like a mistletoe thing or something. I don't know if that's on purpose or if it's just the way that the sprites, you know, are laid out, but it's kind of cute. I like that. It's almost giving like little cranberries or something. Okay. Yeah, let's give her a tail. I guess I'll just stick to these colors then. It is gonna look a little weird with the chains because I do think the chains are kind of like cutting off like exactly where the white would go, but what can you do? Also, speaking of my Noelle cosplay, I haven't shown anyone this yet because, to be honest, I haven't even like fully... It's not like totally done because I need to like do some maneuvering and clipping to get everything to work out, but I did upgrade her wig. It is now like twice the size it used to be. I know that's a weird trend with me, right? Where my wigs tend to just grow in size over time. So yeah, it's bigger now. Yeah. I just can't seem to help myself with my wigs. Oh yeah, my marionette one. Oh, I'm so glad you like that one. I was surprised what a positive reception that illustration got. Like I worked on that one just like kind of casually during a live stream like I'm doing here. And then I don't know, yeah, like everyone just like really, really liked it. I brought the gold foil prints to a show like with no expectations. I just was like, a couple of these will sell, I guess. I think it might have been Momocon was the first one. And then they just like everyone like cleaned me out. Like the puppet one was gone like halfway through Saturday and I was like, uh-oh. I've made a huge mistake. I underestimated what my audience wanted. But yeah, me not knowing what people want. Shocking. That never happens. Okay, let's give her a tail. Wigs can always get bigger. Exactly. It's like my Junko wig where it's like every year it expands more and more until it just is like an eldritch horror. Honestly, same with my Undyne wig. Like, it is comical how much bigger it keeps getting. Like, I don't know if anyone really noticed it in my most recent cosplay videos, but like, yeah, the Undyne wig is getting kind of crazy. I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, obviously that's what I was going for, but it is funny. Okay, I'm trying to make this like kind of dark and then a bit lighter on top, just so like again we have like that glow effect. And then at some point we're gonna like cut it off completely, not the tail. Not saying I'm gonna cut off her tail. I just mean like cut off the brown so that she'll have like some sort of white tuft underneath it. So we'll say, like, say what you want about actual like real life deer, their tails are so cute. Like and the times where I've like seen a deer in the wild, I'm just like, oh, look at that fluffy tail. Okay, then yeah, this is like actually orange technically, but I think it'll still add to that like more of that glow effect that we want. Hopefully this won't just like end up looking weird or something. That's the problem with this illustration. Like so much of this is just stuff I don't usually do, so I don't know. That was like another reason I was hesitant to keep going live with it, which I mean obviously I wound up doing it anyway or I wouldn't be live right now, but I was just I don't know, I was worried I was constantly embarrassing myself because I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like this is just so not my usual style. That's okay. Like I said, stepping out of your comfort zone is not a bad thing. Okay, I guess I'll push the gradient back in the other direction then. And then, yeah, kind of like cut it off a little. I know it is like kind of weird the way the chains are crossing in front of the tail, but yeah, it's just kind of how the design worked out, unfortunately. Hate styling wigs. Me too. I absolutely hate it. It's like, I don't think I'll ever be good at it. And I think I'm okay with that because I don't want to even do it. I begrudgingly put up with it here and there, obviously, but I don't like it. So, yeah. That's why I'm like saying that I haven't shown the Noelle wig yet because it's like I haven't totally finished styling it because I don't want to do it because I hate doing it. Wigs act like real hair. They keep growing exactly. Yeah. So I'll show you all the new Noelle wigs soon. I mean, basically, it looks exactly the same. Like, I did not change anything about it other than the fact that it just keeps getting bigger. So, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. I was hoping to bring her to Dragon Con. That was part of the reason I changed the wig. But now I'm, like, not so sure I can actually fit her into my lineup. I've been trying to figure out my Dragon Con lineup, and gotta be honest, I've been hitting some roadblocks where I don't know, it seems like no matter what I do, like, certain cosplays that I would really like to bring just aren't gonna make it. Because, you know, there's only so many days. And I don't really want to do like I did last year where it's like a 7 cosplay challenge. Like I'm still gonna bring a absurd amount of cosplays because it's a 5-day show. But I don't think that you know, I don't think 7 every year is necessary. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, if there's any way to bring Noelle. Because the thing is, DragonCon is a show. It's one of the only shows where I have outdoor filming opportunities. Because there's like this huge park that I have to walk through in cosplay every day. And it's kind of like a shame to pass up the opportunity to bring Noelle, but I don't know if I can make it work. Because the thing is, like, because there's so many events at DragonCon, there are certain days where I'm sort of stuck. Because, like, for example, like, obviously it's Undyne that has to go to the aquarium, right? And then there's certain cosplays where it's like, obviously Mangle has to go to the show because she always comes with me. And then I'm definitely taking Aqua. That I know for sure, because again, outdoor filming opportunities, how could I pass up that chance? But I just don't know exactly what the lineup is beyond that. I don't think Spampton's coming this year, unfortunately. Much as I'd love to, I don't think he'll fit into the lineup. Oh yeah, the park full of deer in Japan. I've actually been there. It's pretty awesome. If it seems awesome in videos, can confirm it is actually awesome. The deer are super adorable. I mean, they're highly food motivated. Because of course, they'll do anything for food, but they're really cute. Hi, Nuria. Especially for Ballora. Can you imagine if my Ballora wig started expanding? That would be crazy looking. That would be really funny, actually. You know what? I thought I knew what I wanted to do with the white part of the tail, but now I'm like hesitating again. I don't know. How do I like give it the glow without losing the white? Because I already blew it on those sleeves. So I clearly don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I suck at coloring. I have like no understanding of it or like how to do anything. Jeez, some of this art though. Seriously, Deltarune fans, calm down. I'm just trying to see if there's like any art here that's helpful. What the heck is this illustration? What? Why did somebody draw it like Chris pushed Noelle down the stairs and killed her? Pardon? Okay, okay. Some of this art is very strange. Man, I don't know. It's like every fan art that I see, people just, you know, made the tuft of the tail white. Like I don't really see any helpful like shading references. Killing references. Yeah, no, seriously, I'm super curious about that one that I just saw. What is this? Let me click on this. The Death of Noelle Holiday. I don't know if it's like visible in the camera at all. What's going on here? It looks like Chris pushed Noelle down the stairs. I don't understand. Where was this even posted? Oh, of course, Twitter. Why am I not surprised? When was this done? August 26th, 2025. So this would have been pre-chapter 5. Oh, I see. They're imitating this art. I see, I see. That's funny. Okay, so I guess there's like already a painting that they were trying to imitate. Is this like the whole like Deltarune artists are secretly Renaissance painters meme that's been going around? Is that how we got here? Purple lipstick suits you? Oh, thank you. I actually really like wearing purple lipstick. I think I do show up in live streams with purple lipstick a lot because I'm just like very fond of it. I'm sorry, I'm like wasting time here. I'm just trying to. Oh, wait, that's me. I searched Noelle Holiday and all of a sudden I saw myself. Oh my gosh, it's my it's from my Christmas live stream thumbnail. It's like, wait, why am I in here? Leave me out of this, Google. I am not the representative of Noelle cosplayers. I am bottom of the freaking barrel. Okay, let's see. I don't know. I'm about to give up on this and just do what I've been doing and just go YOLO. And then draw something and hope that I don't ruin it. Man, see, like some of this art, like I can tell this person did not want to do the sunset colors thing, they clearly just did a stroke glow in Photoshop. And I get it, that's not a bad shortcut, but this isn't a digital illustration, so that doesn't help me at all. I don't have that shortcut luxury. Dang it. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to go for it. I guess I'll just stick to my original idea then and we'll use yellow kind of to like replicate white that's in a glowy area. I'm trying to think if I have any yellow that's like even lighter than this one. Not really, because I think like the other shades I have are like highlighter yellow and stuff. I don't really want that. I remember like last time we were working on this live, I had this like marigold yellow that is technically lighter than this one, but unfortunately, some kind of interaction it was having with the paper was making it turn kind of brownish. So I stopped using it. You can still see some of it in her hair. I really didn't like it. So this might be the best I can do. I did have one shade of yellow lighter than this, but I don't know what happened, but it broke. Like it didn't even like run out. It like the marker's broken. Oops. I don't know if I broke it or if it was just not a very good marker, but yeah. It like the whole like cap came off and it's I don't know. Maybe it's still usable. I guess I can grab it. Looking for Momo Dart reference when you're Oh, really? Oh my gosh, wait, which illustration was it? I hope it wasn't like that eclipse one I did. That one was so depressing. Oh, was it the telescope one that I did? That's funny. That was actually one that I did digitally. In case anyone thought I can't do digital art, I actually do digital art sometimes. I'm not like totally incapable. Where is it? Yeah, I had a lemon yellow, but look what happened to it. It like the like main cap part got stuck, and now it's like just yikes. I don't think it's usable. Let's see. Not really. That's a mess. This one probably should be in the garbage. Oh dear. Yeah, I think we're just kind of stuck with the yellow I've been using. It's just gonna have to do. It'll have to suffice. So I guess like the way I was picturing it was like we'll have it kind of actually, you know what, maybe what I can do. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of yellow here, and then I'm gonna finally use the water. I think if we like blend it back, it'll look okay. Okay, I'm just trying to like draw some water out. This thing's always like way too oversaturated though. Let me just kind of, so I don't like blast the page with water. This is technically how you're actually supposed to use the Chromatex. I just don't normally do it. Now I'm using it like actual real watercolors. Okay. I guess we'll see how that settles. But that might be like the best I can do as far as giving her like a white tail. Still looks kind of funky though. I feel like the brown should like come down farther. Because like it should just be the bottom like part of the tail, right? It shouldn't be like half and half. It's like, it's basically just the underside of the tail that's white. I'll let that dry for a second and then I'm going to bring the brown down a little bit farther. That's a weird sentence. I don't really like how that sounded. The birthday one from 2022? I'm trying to remember which one that was. Was that the telescope one or? No, wait, that was. I cannot for the life of me remember. That was probably on my Tumblr that I like barely use anymore. I've like given up on Tumblr. Goofy. Yeah, no, don't you don't have to worry about donating to the channel. It's okay. I would rather people like prioritize, you know, the things going on in their own life. Like Anime NYC would definitely be more important. Let's see. It should dry pretty fast. Yeah, let's bring the brown tones down just a little bit. Because I just think in general this area looks weird. I don't really like it. I mean, I knew the tail was going to be a problem, but still. I also made the tail kind of big. Not like a bad thing, though. I mean, actually, I think if you look at her sprite art, like, the tail is kind of big. Well, I realize, like, using sprite art to, you know, measure the size of anything is always a bit, iffy. I was watching a video where somebody was using the, they were literally counting sprite pixels for the hitbox around the man behind the tree and matching it up against the height of other characters in Deltarune to figure out who the Forgotten Man is. And I was like, oh boy, the fandom is already losing it. It's been like, what, a month and a half since Chapter 5, and already everyone is just going crazy. Like, wow, we're already here, huh? Already counting pixels. And I want to say the conclusion they reached was that it was papyrus. I'm just kidding. I don't think that's what it was. Actually, I think what it was that, like, the pixel count matched one of Gaster's only 2 sprites or something, and I was like, I mean, I guess. I don't think this is a very accurate way to figure out a Deltarune mystery, but sure. Whatever, man. Actually, frankly, I still think that the Forgotten Man is Papyrus, but always bet on Papyrus Forgotten Man. Okay, it's like 7:15 here, and I've already almost finished the energy drink. It's probably better, at least, than the Kokichi stream I did where I was drinking the energy drink still at like 8:30 p.m. I don't know, I still don't like love how the tail looks, but I feel like that's like the best I can do for the moment. I think it'll look better once there's more of a background, and I'm still gonna add a bit more like drifting hair and stuff. So it's like, we'll consider it a work in progress. Really, the main thing was I just wanted to make sure I didn't like forget to do it. Sorry, I know this thing is doing that weird focus issue again. I'm always trying to position this in a way where it'll knock it off. Okay. So, I guess the only other thing I would probably do during the stream, and yes, I'm saying stream instead of live because I'm drawing underwater things. I want to at least sort of try out the skirt. And I think that would be like a pretty decent amount of progress. I know I said I was going to work on Chris's pants maybe, but I actually think it might be better if I can like get a sense for how the like gradient, I guess, of the skirt goes, then I can kind of like match that on this side, which is why I'm waiting. You know, like depending on how light the skirt gets, we want to make sure the pants like follow the same glow. So, because this is like higher up, I think we should start with that first. But yeah, I don't think I'm done with her hair, but I just think that would be better for like something that I work on after the live stream. Like I kind of want to let everything settle first and then yeah. Yeah, I think we should just work on the skirts and then that'll like yeah, probably be good for today. Oh god, Shovel's here. Hello. Hey, Samantha. I don't know if I said that right, but hello. yeah, so I said that I wanted to test out how that one gradient would look with color. So let's try that. So a little bit of black. And then this is the dark cyan. This is evil aqua. And then the water. Again, this is technically how you're actually supposed to use chroma text. And yes, I am testing this on the exact same kind of paper. It'd be kind of silly not to. That actually does make a pretty decent gray. Like, it does turn very blue the farther down you go, because again, it is dark cyan. But I don't think that's like a bad thing in this case. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. It's gonna be really tedious. Because unfortunately I'm gonna have to do this the way that I do a lot of these other areas, where I'm essentially gonna have to go pleat by pleat. So we don't necessarily have to do all of them here during the live stream. I feel like that would probably bore you all to tears. But we can at least like do a few rows of it. Because I think what I'm gonna do is like we're gonna do line by line and leave a white space in between them, because then after everything is dry, I can go back into those white slots just like I did here, right? And add like yellows and oranges, or even leave some of it white, to add that like kind of gradient effect. And I do realize like that is me kind of like tapping back into the way I normally do things, which wasn't really the point of this illustration, but I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta do things your way. And I think this skirt is gonna be one of those times. Because, yeah, I usually have a very particular way of, like, usually inking things. I'm trying to think if I have any examples nearby of what I'm even talking about, but I don't think I really do. I don't know if any of these mini daily doodles had anything. But you'll see what I mean as I'm, like, working on it. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, this is a terrible example, but, like, with Susie here, do you see these, like, white lines? That's, like, how I normally do things, right? That's very much my style. And I think we're going to tap into that a little bit with the skirt. Yeah, I don't think I have any other art nearby that's like a particularly good example. I do have my portfolio over here, but I actually have no idea what's even in here. Oh, wait. Oh, hello. What are you doing over here? Oh, it's the rest of my sketchbook pages. Hi. I was like, why is Muffet sitting over here? Hi, Muffet. Remember her? It's my old Muffet illustration. Oh yeah, it's my other puppet. The little small one. I didn't even realize these were all chilling over here. They all got removed from the sketchbook for unfortunate reasons. I am working on the MomoCon vlog, and you'll all find out if you watch that vlog eventually, why these are not in the book anymore. There was an unfortunate incident. Like a very literal freak accident. Like, like one of those just like the universe said screw you kind of things. Oh wait, hold on. Not to get off track here, but this is exactly what I was talking about. This is the mangle illustration I did. Look, look, look. The tail. The pom-pom tail. I knew I'd drawn that before. Yeah, I don't know why I drew it like that. I made it look kind of goofy, but it's me. It's what I do. Yeah, I guess pom-pom is a pretty good way to describe it. Yeah, I was just trying to see if I had any other examples in here of like kind of what I was referring to, but not particularly. Well, okay, wait, hold on. We got Ibuki here. This is the way I did the pleats on Ibuki, right? Like, this is more my typical style. That's kind of what I mean. Like, leaving these white lines just totally open. That's, like, very me. So I think that's kind of what we're going to do here. Yeah. That's like the kind of inking I'm known for. Yeah, okay. Let's give it a try. I feel like we're actually making more progress during this stream than we usually do during my art live streams. Like, it's not uncommon for me to do these art live streams and like we'll get through like 3 strands of hair and then that's about it. Usually because I get too chatty. Maybe it's like a good thing that like views are so low on my live streams because it might actually like help me get stuff done because I don't get so yappy. Oh, let me finish up this energy drink. I wanted it to be done before 7 p.m. It's almost 7:30, but close enough. Maybe now I'll have the slightest hope of being able to fall asleep tonight. So, okay, let's do some pleats. This is gonna be super tedious. That's okay. That's okay. It's fine. All right. So yeah, black, dark cyan, water, and we're just gonna have to do that over and over again. Now the only thing I have to make sure of is we still want more glow over here. So glow should be like on the sides and the bottom. So maybe we should start like in the middle, you know, get like start dark, lighten up as we go. And then, yeah, we'll like leave those lines for afterwards. But that part I would probably not do today because I would want everything as dry as possible. Like putting like yellow or something down on top of like fresh black, probably not a good plan. Don't gotta deal with super fast chat. Yeah, I mean, it's been months since I've had to deal with a fast chat. That's like just the norm around here these days. Yeah, I know like there used to be a time where it was like hard to keep up. Like I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't watch my live streams back anymore. I used to because it was the only way I could like see what I missed in the chat, but now it's like I'm not gonna miss anything. Let's face it. So yeah, I haven't watched back one of my live streams in a very long time. Probably months at this point. So okay, this is gonna be like our test line here. I sure hope this works. If not, it's gonna look pretty weird, but you know what? I think at this point it's safe to say that in general, this illustration is gonna be kind of weird looking. It's almost like it took a weird route. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Now you might notice that I'm able to color over the gold. And that is actually one of the reasons I really like the gold, is that it kind of acts as like a barrier, you could say. Or I don't have to worry about it. And that's one of the reasons I tend to put the gold down first before I do stuff like this. Okay. So again, it does that thing though, right? Where it pills up for a while. That's normal. And we usually have to like kind of like just give it a few minutes to see how it dries. I don't know why the Chromatics do that, but they always do that. So I don't want anyone to like look at that and be like, oh no, what happened? It's diseased, because no, it's just it's normal. So we're just gonna give that a second and see how it like you know, sort of mooshes itself back together again. It has to like reabsorb itself. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure y'all can like actually see it. I feel like this angle's been better for like the focus issues. It hasn't been as bad as normal. I think like that's the trick is I have to always have this position so that either the phone is kind of in front of my face or this is like tilted up in a way that blocks my face a little, because otherwise the camera is just always going to try to like focus on what it thinks is like a face. And obviously there's no faces in the art. So the camera focus is always going to like prioritize this, which I don't want because it's an art live stream. I mean, obviously I want like some amount of visible face or I wouldn't bother. with the stupid, dumb mirror thing that I'm doing. But, yeah, the art is the part that I want it to focus on. I don't care if I'm blurry, you know what I mean? I only add the mirror here so that, like, my live stream still has a more personable vibe to it. Hi, Solar Draw Stuff. Welcome, welcome. So I just wanted to see something really quick. What is that? Oh, right, I see. Sorry, I saw a message from my roommate. I guess they went to some place I wanted to try. Sorry. I swear I used to have a life. Or did I? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Nah, I probably didn't. Who am I fooling? Well, I had more of a life than this, but... Okay. Now let's add another pleat. I know the other one isn't, like, totally dry, but, like, it's, like, good enough. Like, this is just a test right now, essentially. To see if this is even, like, a doable idea that I had. That is so cool. Oh, thank you, Solar. I do think I probably need to darken some of this. I don't know if this is, like, too light. But like I was saying earlier, it's better to go, like, too light, and then you can darken it later, as opposed to, like, if you go too dark at first and then, like, you can't really fix it later. So yeah, we'll have to kind of, like, see. Because, yeah, I just think right now it's just that it's so light that I do think it's hard to tell it was meant to be a black skirt. So maybe if I just kind of, like, redarken some of this a little bit. I can kind of get away with this right now because it's still a little bit wet. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Because it's probably going to lighten up as it dries as well. I do think that's probably, like, the way to go about it, though. Especially if we're going to be doing, like, the whole going, like, white as it goes down. Because I think, like, this tone here, like, this amount of light is matching the way it looked on Chris, right? Sorry, the camera focus. We were doing so good with the camera focus, and now it's, like, being weird again. I just need to prop this up higher. Because, yeah, we want this to be, like, the same level of brightness because it's, like, going down, right? So I think that'll work. So, okay, let's see. It's almost 7:30. We'll do, like, a few more pleats, and then we can probably just, like, wrap it up for today. Because, yeah, like, obviously, you know, I don't want people to have to watch me do one pleat at a time for, like, an hour straight, which is what I'm going to have to do. But that's a me problem. So then, yeah, just, like, drag it down with some water. I just have to make sure that, like, I keep the edge kind of flowing as it goes. I should probably lighten up those pencil lines just a little bit more because, unfortunately, like, once you watercolor over them, they're kind of permanent, which I don't love. Some watercolor artists actually leave them on purpose, but I'm not, like, for my art, like, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's okay if there's, like, a tiny bit, but if there's, like, too much of it, then it just, to me, it starts to look a little sloppy. I don't know. Some artists are good at, like, artfully leaving those in. I'm not. Whenever I do it, it looks like it was a mistake. Because it probably was. Oh, it's 1:30 a.m. for you? Yeah. I know that's the thing. Like it's 7:30 for me, and like I haven't like had dinner or anything yet. Not that I really care. Ugh. There's nothing to eat around here. It's so pretty. Oh, thank you, Tim. I don't know if I said that right, like Tim Seagray. Well, thank you. I know I'm like intentionally having my face be blurry here, but still. Maybe the blur helps, right? It actually like makes me look better. Okay. Do you see how like that thing, like the pilling is already fixing itself though? It's weird, right? How it does that? Where it was like it was all blotchy, and then the more it dries, the more it like evens out. It's just something weird with the chroma text. I don't really know why they do it, but yeah. Um, but yeah, I suppose we can wrap it up here. It has been 2.5 hours. And I know, like, I'm sorry, I know my art live streams are not the most interesting thing ever. So it's only going to get more boring from here on out with me just doing one line at a time. It's going to be just, yeah, boring doesn't even begin to describe it. But I feel like we made pretty good progress here for, like, at least for one of my live streams. So as far as my next live stream goes, it sounds like I will be streaming on Saturday. I know my schedule used to be more of like a Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, but lately Sundays have been weird. So, um, I don't know if the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday thing is like forever or anything, but like that's at least right now, that's kind of the norm, I think. Um, so yeah, I think what we're gonna do on Saturday is I don't want to lose the momentum on the Lego streams. Um, Thank you, Dolly Shoe. You're very sweet. Um, so yeah, during the last Kokichi Lego stream, which was what, like a couple of days ago, I did notice there was a lot of comments saying like people wanted to see how I do the makeup and stuff, especially because like, I don't know, I think I went clownier than usual, which is really saying something. I think like every time I do that cosplay, the clown makeup gets more and more insane. Um, so I think what we could do is combine the two like I used to on Saturday. I could do a Kokichi get ready with me, which shouldn't take that long. They used to, um, but I've gotten way faster at the makeup and stuff. And so I think that's a good thing because I think what we can do is a Kokichi get ready with me, and then the moment that's done, just go right back to the Legos. And yeah, we could do like 1 or 2 squares depending on how long it lasts. Um, and then I think after that we would only need like one more Lego stream to finish it. And not counting the light up part of it. That's we're not even that's yeah, that's future us's issue. Like first things first, finish the Legos. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for Saturday is one of our old combos of, yeah, Kokichi, Get Ready With Me, plus the Legos. I mean, I know that sounds daunting because the longest live stream I ever did on the channel was that. It was a Kokichi, Get Ready With Me and Legos, and that stream lasted almost 9 hours. uh, and it got like no views. It was actually, when I looked back at it and I saw how few likes it had for 9 hours, I was like, why did I do that to myself? I mean, obviously it was just because, you know, it was fun, like, and I think whoever was there was having fun. That's the most important part. But it did make me laugh that I was like, oh hey, that was my longest live stream. Oh wow, look at that amount of time that it took. And then I looked at the likes and I was like, bro, the shame of it all. But no, it would not take that long this time, is what I was trying to get at. Yeah, because I can do the get ready with me part way faster than I used to. And the Lego part is just kind of up to us. So it's like, I don't know, it could be 1 or 2 blocks, but even that doesn't have to take that long. Especially if we just go from one to the other. So if I had to guess, like, I started the stream early. Yeah, like it would probably be the usual like 2 p.m. EST on Saturday. Um, and then yeah, like if I had to predict how long the stream would go, I'd say like no longer than 6 hours. And I'm not saying it's even gonna be 6 hours, I'm just saying, like, it's not gonna be a 9-hour, like, horror show. Like, yeah, I'm a lot better at makeup now, and yeah, we don't have to do, because I think last time part of it too was like we did a whole 3 brick, like 3 square row. We don't have to do that this time. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for Saturday. In fact, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put the thumbnail together for that tonight, and just like, yeah, if I don't schedule it tonight, at the very least I'll schedule it like first thing in the morning tomorrow. But yeah, I might actually just do that tonight and just seal the deal. But regardless, just like, yeah, keep an eye on the community tab, because that's where, like, I always let y'all know and include the link and everything. And so yeah, I think that would be like a fun way to do a Saturday stream. It's not pretty your hair looks. Oh, thank you, Fox. It's probably because I showered like right before the stream. I was like running behind schedule big time. I meant to shower like hours earlier than that. And yeah, instead I showered like, like, I don't know, hour and a half before the stream, and like I'm gonna be real, when the stream started, my hair was still wet, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, that probably did at least help with some like volume or something. You'll be there, Dollar Two? Oh, good. Yeah, I think it'll be fun, so yeah. Did you have a good chill time? Yeah, you too, Solar Draw stuff. I know, the time difference thing is like always an issue. I know, I wish there was like a way I could like, I wish the earth was flat. Just kidding. Hi, Braddock. Where the fine detail and overlapping elements in your style. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to hear it. Contrast and yeah, my my classic black backgrounds. I still had to include some of that, right? Like, I could never give it up completely. It just wouldn't be me. So yeah, this, I just couldn't help myself. Oh, you found me from the marionette artwork? Oh, that's awesome. I was so surprised. I did not expect that one to be so popular. I'm glad though. Like, I'm glad people liked it so much. Yeah, I know. I hate the time difference thing too. Like, especially as someone who used to live on the other side of the world from where I live now, the time difference thing was so annoying, because even just like a basic like chat with, my parents or something, I mean, it would be like a 13-hour time difference. It was infuriating. Yeah. I wish the earth was flat, but alas, despite what some people think, it's not. Everyone have a good day or night. Yeah, exactly. Like, I want to say like good night, but then I know like for some people that's not the night, but that's the globe for you. Maybe during the holiday seasons your channel is going to start picking up. Oh, it's possible. I don't know. I don't have a great track record. I feel like I'm one of those few people where for some reason, like, I don't have upward momentum ever. Like, people are always like, stick with it. The more you do it, like, the better like things will get. And I'm like, yeah, maybe for most people. It's not usually how things go for me. Which probably means it's something that I'm doing wrong, but I don't really know what it is. So yeah. I don't know. I used to joke that like the best thing I could do was to like peace out, because I was like, the longer I do something, the worse things get, because I think people just get so sick of my BS or something. But yeah, but I'm not a quitter, so that's the thing. Like, you ain't gonna get rid of me no matter what. So I'm never gonna go away, no matter how much some people might want it. Such gorgeous art. Oh, thank you. They're gonna love this one. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no worries. Solar draw stuff. We're heading out here. We're wrapping it up. Who knows how any of it works, right? Yeah, I couldn't even begin to guess. Like, I wish I knew. I really, yeah, because yeah, I'd love to be hopeful for the rest of the year, but nah, nah, not even a little bit. I don't even know what the opposite of that would be. I don't want to say like despair, but it's like, yeah, like whatever the opposite of being hopeful is, I'm that. Actually, okay, if I want to be like a real jerk, I could say like, I'm the opposite of hopeful. I'm being realistic. Ugh. No, sorry, that's too far. That's rude. But yeah. Anyway, Looks good so far. Oh, thank you, Kate. Yeah, well, yeah, I feel like we made really good progress here. I think this looks nice. And I'm definitely not gonna give up on the illustration. Like, there's still things about it I'm not like super happy about, and that I'm like not totally sure of, but not in a way where I'm like, okay, I have to throw it in the garbage, which does happen sometimes, but that's not what's happening right now. So I feel like as long as we see this through, I don't know if it'll end up looking good, but I think like it'll end up looking interesting, which I guess is also okay. So yeah, it's gonna end up looking very, very interesting. Yeah. Sorry, and I'm starting to sound like when Toby's being like the vague posting king. He just has to throw like very, very interesting into every sentence because he knows like the fandom's immediately gonna be like, huh, like meerkats, right? Like, I love it so far. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I think all things considered, it's turning out pretty nice so far. It's at least fun to try something different. You know, step outside my comfort zone. Like that's never a bad thing. I'm not gonna complain about it. Ugh, I will say though, like watching how this part's drying, I do think it needs more red. And that's why we always have to wait for things to dry, right? Because there was more red, but you can see how like the orange is like eating it. Like there's red here, but these two squares, it's like practically gone. So, yeah. That's why I just have to take my time with these because like you couldn't see that like an hour ago, but now I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to redo that a little bit because at the moment it does not look like her vest is red and green. It looks like it's like orange and green. Yeah. That's okay though. That should be a pretty easy fix. So anyway, I'm gonna head out. And yeah, I'll set up the thumbnail and everything for Saturday. And yeah, I hope that I'll see some of you on Saturday. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream today, at least. Like I said, I keep saying stream instead of live because it just seems funny when it's like a water themed thing. So yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed, and I hope I'll see some of y'all on Saturday. And yeah, have a good night or day, depending on where on the globe that you are. So anyways, bye everyone.